Hi boys and girls, it's me Butch. What I'm going to try and do in this video is show you how you can fix the color in your Nex camera if you are not happy with the color balance. I recently upgraded the software in my Sony Nex-5, the original one, to version 5 firmware, and from my point of view the color was completely wrecked. And I went out and bought a Nex-3 body, F3F body, the Nex-3 body, and I'm not thrilled with the color in that one either. But I've discovered there are some sub-menus that can help you fix the problem. I showed you in another video a way to possibly fix it, but I'm going to show you a new fix. So first of all, you got to call up your menu, and you've got to play around till you get to the brightness color mode. Can you see it down there? And click on that, and then with the white balance, click on that, and you have a bunch of possible things you can choose here. So look for the one with the letter K on it. See it there? It says K. Down in the corner down here it says options. Push that. Now you can move this little wheelie thing around here if you wish. I'm going to put it in the center, but you can also dial up on the right, and this is on the Nex-3 model. It's different on the Nex-5. You can pick a color setting on there. I suggest you pick something between 64K and 7000K. So I'm going to pick 67K, and I'm going to say OK. Now I've got that color temperature set, and if I go back into the menu and look at other things, I have the ISO on auto, I have the exposure compensation on no, just 0, 0. Sometimes I like to underexpose by a third. And the other choices we have I like to be on multi-mode, and in the white balance, I already told you where I want to be there. The other thing I'm looking for here, I just didn't see it, it'll come up here somewhere. Oh, create a style. Pick portrait, click on that, and then down in the bottom right hand corner you have options, and you can change the contrast up or down or whatever, and I'm going to go up to +2 and say OK, and you'll see it'll say +2 over here. So that's the big trick for here, is to pick I chose the color temperature of about 6700K, and to bump the contrast up +2. Now I'm going to show you how to do it on the Nex-5. Okay, boys and girls, I just showed you how to change the settings on the Nex-3. The Nex-5 is similar, but just a little bit different. So the same thing, we have to select the brightness and color balance. Let's go back there again. See brightness and color down here in the corner. Select that, and then for exposure compensation we're not going to do anything. The ISO will be in auto, and the white balance is what we're interested in. So we click on that, and rotating the wheel on the right side here, we're going to look for the one with the letter K on it, and pick that. And if you look down in the lower right hand corner here, it says option. If we pick option, over here on the left sort of center, we can see, if we rotate the wheel over here where my thumb is, we can choose a particular color balance. So I'm going to pick 6500K and press OK, and then I'm going to go back to the menu, And the other thing we're going to look for here is the creative style and portrait. We'll choose portrait, and in portrait, down in the lower right hand corner here, it says options. We're going to push option, and again it's a little bit different than the Nex-3, but you can see that there's a plus or minus side, and if we click on the right, sorry, it's different on this one. If we go up or down, we can in the center here we can go up or down. I'm going to choose +2, and I was on the right side. I'm going to say OK for that, and we're good. So what these things will not work in the intelligent auto or the scene mode as far as I know. So I always use the program automation or aperture priority. So I no longer use the scene or intelligent auto mode since I can't override them, and I hate the color that Sony set on them. So I'm going to show you now a couple of quick color tests I made on both cameras. Stand by. So this is what the color settings are looking like on the Nex-5. This is the color settings that I set, and I'm using right now the 18 to 55 millimeter lens. So you can have a look at me and see, check out the color, the flesh tones and the sky color, and I have bright sunlight shining on me right now, so maybe that will give you an idea what those settings will do. You're going to have to play around a bit and decide what's good for you, but it does show you that you can have some control over the color settings, even though Sony managed to screw them up royally. So this is the Nex-5 with the color corrections I made earlier, and I'm going to switch this off now and show you the Nex-3 version. So boys and girls, this is the Sony Nex-3, and I have the 16 millimeter lens plus fisheye on the camera, and it has in the portrait settings it's up to +2 on the contrast, and the color temperature is 6400K. I'm going to let you look at it with the just the 16 mil lens here, which might be a bit more normal looking. So the sun is a bit warm because it's a bit late in the day. It's around 5-ish here in Vancouver. You can see where the sun is over on the horizon there. So have a bit of a look at that. So there's no exposure compensation, it's at 0. And the big changes were that the color balance is set for 6400K, and the contrast is up to +2. So you're going to have to play with those a bit. You might want to lower the contrast. I think the contrast that Sony set is the pits. It's awful. It's just terrible. So I'm just trying to show you how you can muck with the colors, and these instructions that I tried to give you, I couldn't find them in the instruction book. But if you play around and use the program automation, aperture priority, or shutter priority, you can override the color balance and the contrast. You won't be able to do that in the intelligent auto or scene mode. and it seems that if you put those settings on, they will translate into the video mode. So mostly this is just to show you that in spite of Sony screwing up the color balance of the camera, you do have a little bit of control and you can gain it back with those submenus. So I'm going to reach up here and look for the record button. At bye bye from Butch in Vancouver.